Hi guys.
Hey.
Hi Jorge.
What's up?
So currently we are at Universal Studios Florida for Halloween Horror Nights 2019. I have a freaking fear pass. Jorge bought a ticket for it tonight, and we are so excited. This is Jorge, by the way.
Hi, I'm Jorge.
One of my best buds. We just came from Islands of Adventure, where Jorge just rode Hagrid's Magical Creatures motorbike adventure for the very first time.
First time.
Now, you're a big Harry Potter fan.
Yes, I'm pretty big, and I'm a fan. Thank you for noticing.
I'm sorry. So, dang it, I wish I could have just filmed his reaction on it because it was just so pure, and he was just...
Yeah.
What did you think of Hagrid's Magic?
A phoenix flew right overhead as I finished my review. It was a magical moment. But no, it was a wonderful ride. I had a great time. The waiting queue was a lot of fun. It felt like I was fully immersed in the Harry Potter world, which is something I've dreamed of since I've started reading the books. The ride itself was just amazing, super fast. A different way to ride that kind of a roller coaster.
Because it was just so different. It was a themed roller coaster with show stops and animatronics. And I know you were just completely overwhelmed by the speed.
It was
by the
incredible.
animatronics.
It was so fast. I have to do it again because there was just so much going on that I just couldn't capture everything, you know? It was amazing nonetheless, yeah.
It's still my favorite ride, just ever, because of the animatronics, because of the storytelling and the show scenes and just everything involved just makes it just so much fun. And so we did that, and now we're over at Universal Studios Florida for Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, I already screamed a lot on that roller coaster, and now we're gonna do some more.
Exactly. We're doing the stay and scream for the very first time, and I'm surprised we actually kind of did it right. So we're in this holding area by Finnegan's over in New York, and I think we have to go down over there to hop in line for potentially Ghostbusters or Stranger Things. And from what I can tell, this is just a way to kind of get more time in the houses, to get to the houses before the general public is let, I guess, in the front gate in about half an hour or so. We get kind of like a 15-minute head start on that. So are you ready to do it? Are you ready to do Halloween Horror Nights?
So excited, yeah!
So way back there you can see the start of the lines for the stay and scream areas. Ghostbusters is to the left and Stranger Things is to the right. We are in line for Stranger Things, and it looks like the lines are starting to move. We're going to be led pretty much over to the houses, and we'll get in line hopefully before the general admission gets inside, and we'll get to knock out some of the biggest houses before the event really even starts. Our line is starting to move up just a little bit. I think we are heading right around the corner into the Stranger Things queue. It's about 5:35 right now. Here's the tribute store, and here we are heading right around the corner. The event starts at 6 o'clock, so about 20 minutes from now, that's the very end of the Ghostbusters line. Way over there, this stay and scream area was for Ghostbusters and Stranger Things, and you had to kind of choose which direction you wanted to go. So here we go, I guess, Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still moving. About 15 minutes until the park officially opens to the general public. Are you excited, buddy?
Yeah.
Good. Is this the one you wanted to do the most? Cool.
Yep, I love Stranger Things.
We're trying to figure out our game plan. We have 10 houses, 5 scare zones, 2 shows. We have to eat food and we have to drink some drinks too.
We got lots to do. I'm a hungry boy.
Hopefully we get to most of it. So the line continues to fill up back here.
They hired real life ghosts for the ride.
They hired ghosts for Rip Ride Rocket. Yep, there's nobody on there. Wow, that is a commitment to the theming. Yeah, but there's some weather rolling in over here, so hopefully we get inside and we can do Stranger Things, right? And then maybe eat some food or go to
normal things.
Ghostbusters. Just normal things? So this is the line for us, and they are moving pretty quickly, but we're moving pretty quickly too. It's 6 o'clock on the dot right now, so the event just started, and we're just gonna go right inside that soundstage and then do Stranger Things. That's the entrance to the house. We're right back there, so we are so close. We just have one more down and back to make, and we will have done Stranger Things in the first 20 minutes of the event being open, and then after this we decided to go get some pizza fries in the back of the park and then try to do some houses back there, right?
I'll be so happy.
And we did it. We just got out of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
that was so much fun.
It was a blast.
It wasn't that scary.
It was not too scary.
But it was still cool to like step into the story.
Kind of like in the ride, the Hagrid ride. It was fun to get immersed into this world too, you know?
And I think it was a good kind of place to start because we're gonna get scared pretty hardcore later on, I'm sure. This is the line for Ghostbusters.
It was a good warm-up.
It's not too bad. But we're gonna get some pizza fries, right?
Yes, I'm so hungry.
Stranger Things was right down there again, right next to us. We're heading back over in this direction. That was Ghostbusters, and then right down there is another scare zone, the Arcade, next to Killer Clowns from Outer Space. What? Okay, let's get some food.
Please, for the love of God.
That's the Marathon of Mayhem, which is the show on the lagoon over here. We're heading into the Viking scare zone. Is this gonna be fun? There are a bunch of Vikings.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we made it back to Kids Zone where they're selling pizza fries as well as s'mores fries this year. And here it is, pizza fries with a Coke. How is it?
Delicious.
Right? So what do you want to do after this?
Better than I expected, really.
Really?
It sounded kind of weird at first, but it's like really good.
So do you want to do another house after this? Cool. So as you can tell, there's pretty much nobody in line right now for pizza fries or s'mores fries. It's about 6:45 currently, so this is a pretty good time to do everything. It's a good time to get food and get drinks, and then definitely do the houses. So we're gonna probably do one of the ones over here in Kids Zone next. Woo! And we just finished our pizza fries back here, our Universal Monsters and Graveyard Games. We're hopping in line for Graveyard Games. It's a little bit long of a line, but I've heard really, really good things about Graveyard Games, and I am super excited to do it, aren't you?
I'm scared. This is the Curious George house?
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Oh no. Did you like your pizza fries?
Yeah, it was delicious. Did you see that? Curious George Ghost Town.
This would be a pretty terrifying house, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be so scary.
For real.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be going back there backstage and then to a soundstage somewhere back there. It was posted at a 40-minute wait, so we'll see kind of how long it actually ends up taking. And just about 15 minutes later, we made it to the front of the line. There's not really much of an outside facade here, which is kind of interesting, but it only took 15 minutes. So we just did Graveyard Games.
Sure did.
What'd you think of that one?
It was scary. I mean, just the concept of walking through a graveyard is terrifying.
It was definitely
you can imagine
good.
what was out there.
Got me good quite a few times.
Yeah.
So far so good. We've done 2 houses. It's about 7:30 now. I think we're gonna go do the Universal Monsters next.
Yeah. Ooh, that was that part where it was just completely pitch black.
That was
And
terrifying.
I was like, okay, where are we going?
We moved, I think, the slowest in that house that we have so far in the houses that we've done, but did not impede us getting scared at all. So now Universal Monsters is a 40-minute wait, but we only waited 20 minutes for Graveyard Games, so hopefully this one isn't as long, but we'll find out. For this line, we have to go through Barney. Kind of spooky, right?
My biggest nightmare.
So we came right around that corner and we are about to do Universal Monsters. Way over there, it's getting dark. This is gonna be fun. We're underneath the parade building, I'm pretty sure right now. And here we go, Universal Monsters. This is gonna be so fun. Whew. Just did Universal Monsters. Yeah. That was a good one.
It was a very good one.
That got me multiple times. Okay, so there is a little bit of a theme out here. I just couldn't see it during the daytime. So we did Universal Monsters, and that one was fun. That's probably my favorite one so far.
Yep.
All of the scares were just
It got us good quite a few times.
I think I really liked all of the familiar characters, but just done in a very original and unique way.
Yeah, Frankenstein, Dracula,
And the rest?
And the rest, what was that water-looking thing?
The Mummy, then there was the creature from the Black Lagoon, I think.
Oh yeah, the lagoon, that one.
I don't know. So now we're gonna go over to Ghostbusters, because it's only like a 50-minute wait.
Yeah.
Heading back through the Vikings Undead Scare Zone. This is a very beautifully done scare zone. I always love what they do with this portion of the park every single year for Halloween Horror Nights. Okay, so now we have to head through the scare zone up there, the Vanity Ball scare zone. This one's been pretty popular from what I've heard. Okay, never mind. We're gonna do the Vanity Ball scare zone when we do maybe Killer Clowns a little bit later. It's the die-in. That's funny. Okay, we're gonna go grab a beer and then hop in line for Ghostbusters.
To die for.
Oh, that's funny. What the heck? Ghostbusters is a 35-minute wait right now?
Yeah, what the hell?
Dang. All right, so we'll grab a beer and then we'll hop in line for that.
Yay! So we're getting beers at this kind of pop-up bar in the Transformers extended queue. Red Rocket's right back there. There's Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon has Yeti, Terror of the Yukon, which that's a super popular house. And here we go, we got our beers.
Cheers!
I got a Miami Weiss.
Nothing like a cold highlight.
There you go. All right, let's go hop in line for Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 45-minute wait now, but that's still not bad comparatively to what it could be. And we have our beers, so we will definitely be entertained in this line. Okay, we're moving up a little bit closer towards the front of the line. There goes Red Rocket. I'm pretty sure we should go right around the corner over here, and then we'll be inside. Whoa, that's gnarly. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All right, about to go inside for Ghostbusters.
Woo! Ghostbusters was so much fun. Holy
It was
crap!
amazing.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a little bit cheesy, kind of, but
Yeah,
it
me too.
ended up being just a blast.
Even Michelin Man was a little freaky at times.
the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same
It
thing.
actually got me more than any other house has so far, so that was kind of surprising, but it was like in a happy, fun way. I
It
don't
was
know.
fun. Cool animation, or not animations, what do you call it? Effects.
Special effects, yeah, they were
Yeah,
incredible.
that was fun.
So I think now we're gonna go over to Killer Clowns because it has the lowest wait time and it's the nearest one to
Those
us.
clowns might freak me out a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And now we are heading through the Anarcade Scare Zone. This one is just beautiful with the neon lights. And here we are, Killer Clowns from outer space. Anarcade wasn't the scariest scare zone, but it was pretty cool. All right, so we're about to go inside for Killer Clowns. This took about maybe like 20 minutes or so. So we just got done doing Killer Clowns from outer space.
Yep.
Wasn't the scariest house, but it was a lot of fun.
It was.
Some fun effects in there, costumes and whatnot.
Yeah, they had good timing. They got me a few times.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was cool.
Yeah.
That was our 5th house, so we're officially halfway done with the houses tonight, which is awesome. It's only 9:30.
Yeah.
So now what we're gonna do, well, it's like 9:45. So we have the Marathon of Mayhem right behind us, which starts in about 15 minutes, and then we can kind of make it back to the back of the park to maybe check out House of a Thousand Corpses, Depths of Fear, and then Nightingale's Blood Pit. I have a map right here. So we're doing great on time, and I don't know, all the houses, and we're having an awesome experience tonight. So
It's been good.
let's do Marathon of Mayhem. All right, here we go, the Marathon of Mayhem. I've heard really good things about this show. finished up with the Marathon of Mayhem Lagoon show. That was a lot of fun. The audio cut out halfway through, which was like a little bit awkward, but it came back on and it was just a wonderful experience showcasing all of the interesting intellectual properties that Horror Nights has this year. So now we're heading into Diagon Alley just to kind of see what it looks like. We're about to pass through the Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe Scare Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Woo! It's about 10:30 now, so we're both winding down, but hopefully we get another skip in our step, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know literally nothing about Rob Zombie, but that should make this more interesting. You've heard about him?
No.
Oh, okay. Here we go into Diagon Alley at night. Have you ever seen Diagon Alley this empty before?
No, I haven't.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I think now we're gonna head out and go to one of the houses back here, either House of a Thousand Corpses, or Depths of Fear, or Nightingale Blood Pit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be scared out of my pants.
We need to wake up a little bit.
Yeah. Hopefully I find my pants after I get scared out of them though.
We'll go. Jeez. Gotta breathe fire on us to make us get the point to leave.
Some Taco Bell for lunch.
It's a girl.
I said she had some Taco Bell for lunch.
So there's an Academy of Villains show going on way over there, so right now is a great time to do one of the houses over here. So we are gonna do Depths of Fear. It only has a 35-minute wait. And here we go. Depths of Fear.
Yeah.
This is behind the Men in Black building. So I distinctly remember waiting in every single one of these down and backs last year for Halloween Horror Nights, and now we're only waiting in one single line to head into Depths of Fear. This is pretty cool. This is awesome. This took about 5 minutes, if that. This is a great outdoor facade too. Look at this. All right, we just got out of Depths of Fear, which was a lot of fun. It used a lot of puppets, I'm pretty sure, comparatively to the other houses. Yep. But I really liked the theme. It was cool. It got us a couple times. It really got the guys behind us like a lot. They were squealing like little piglets. But now we're gonna loop around and then do Nightingale's Blood Pit. Woo! So that was Depths of Fear. And this is Nightingale's Blood Pit right next door. You pumped?
I am so pumped.
So Nightingale's had a much more extended line than the other houses that we've done tonight, but I'm sure it's still gonna be a lot of fun. Wow, the outside facade of this is really incredible. I'm excited for this. We maybe waited like 30 minutes or so. It wasn't too bad. So Nightingale's Blood Pit, what do you think of that one? That was like a gladiator kind of gore house.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely came out and scared me a few times. Very good timing.
Some interesting smells in there, not my favorite smells.
The water smelled nasty.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dripping. Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. I think we've waited for that one the longest so far. We have 3 houses left, and we're about to do House of a Thousand Corpses? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's one of them. And then Yeti is
and then us.
Yeah, and then us.
So we're in the home stretch.
Yeah, almost there. All
right, House of a Thousand Corpses, 15-minute wait. Okay, that was not even 5 minutes of a wait for this. That is so cool. So we just did House of a Thousand Corpses, and that was a little bit odd for me personally. It was a lot of fun, but I'm a little bit confused about it. So we're not gonna get to do Academy of Villains tonight, unfortunately, but we're gonna get to do everything else, which is pretty cool, right? So we're gonna head back through the Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe Scare Zone on our way towards us, and then finally Yeti. Got me good. So we've made it to the Zombieland Double Tap Scare Zone. This goes from Louis all the way down to the Tribute Store. So this takes up a lot of Horror Nights real estate. I'm a big fan of all the lights in this scare zone. It's really well lit. It's really cool. So we're pretty much at the end of the scare zone. And now we're gonna head to Us, which is right over there next to Stranger Things, and then Yeti is right over here. Here we go, Us, 35-minute waits. It's not bad at all. Getting a bit of deja vu from walking back here. So the line is pretty non-existent for Us, and that's the line for Stranger Things. So wow, the lines are really winding down tonight. Yeah, we're walking straight into Us. I guess that's kind of a substantial line for Stranger Things, so I can't complain. So we got out of Us. I haven't seen Us. Have you seen Us?
No, I haven't.
No. It was still scary. Yeah. For sure, I just didn't really have much of a reference about it.
Right.
So now we have one more house to go, and that's going to be Yeti, which I am pretty darn excited for. All right, time for the last house of the night, which is gonna be Yeti. I think so. I think we just walked through the queue of Jimmy Fallon, yeah. Dang, this is crazy. We're gonna get to do all 10 Halloween Horror Nights houses in one night without Express. That is pretty cool. And here we go. We're about to do Yeti, Terror of the Yukon. We did it.
We did it! That's what Chase like.
Woo! We just did all 10 Halloween Horror Nights houses.
That's awesome.
That was a great one. I loved that one. So now we have one more thing to do, and that's going to be the Vanity Ball Scare Zone over in Hollywood. And then we can head out of the park. This scare zone is definitely the most beautiful. So we're heading down to the right.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'll definitely be spending some more time over here. Zombieland Double Tap. That was interesting. We were gonna get some sort of a dessert over here at the Starcourt Mall, but I think we're gonna bypass on that tonight, and maybe next time. One last walk through the Anna Arcade as we make our way over to Vanity Ball. Passing by the Killer Clowns from Outer Space House and into the Vanity Ball. Wow, this is beautiful.
I got distracted.
She gotcha.
Too long have you been in the shadows. We want to see your face. Show off, my love.
Ah, dang it. So way down there is the Vikings Undead Scare Zone, so we're pretty much gonna turn around now and head back on out of the park. We did pretty much everything. So we did it. We did all 10 houses at Halloween Horror Nights this year, which is a huge feat without express passes. We did all the scare zones. We did Marathon of Mayhem. We did not get to do Academy of Villains, but that's okay, because we still technically had a lot of time. It's about 12:30 right now, so the event is still going on for another half an hour. Without express, that is just crazy. So we have kind of like our top 3 houses for the most part. I think for me, in really no particular order, just the top 3 houses I'm just feeling right now. We're definitely Depths of Fear and Yeti, and then Ghostbusters for me.
I liked Yeti, the Monsters one. What was that one called? Monsters?
Universal Monsters.
Universal Monsters, yeah. And Stranger Things was really fun too.
Yeah, they were all really good.
It wasn't really the scariest, but it was really fun.
And I don't know. Since I have a frequent fear pass, so I can come back and I can redo houses and I can like change which ones are my favorites and I can like compile like a top 10 list. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Academy of Villains, and I'm glad that you got to hang out tonight.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, so we came to this tonight, and your wife Kelly and Brennan, they're back at the apartment kind of hanging out with Daniel. So I don't really know what they got to do tonight. I hope they had fun.
You gonna wiggle over? Wiggle me. Yeah. He's so top heavy, he doesn't know what to do.
All right, another key part of girls' night. Dress the baby up for cute pictures.
There we go. He's just gonna. There you go. That's your boy.
There's the baby.
Daniel.
Daniel, are you satisfied with your care? Don't answer that.
So we are going to go ahead and head out of the park because we are tired. We went to Islands earlier today. I didn't really even film that. I just kind of enjoyed it with Jorge. We got to do Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, then come straight over here to do Horror Nights all night, and it was a blast. But you were there for it, so you know, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're heading out of the park. Have a good night. Thanks for
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you for having me. Good night.